Go.
Am I on?
You're on. I can edit out these little
Okay.
things.
I think I'll start today with Aunt Mahala, who is one of the oldest people in the family that I knew when I was a child. Didn't know her for very long and don't know a lot about her, except that she loved to sit on the front porch in her chair
Talk loudly, Mom.
and smoke a pipe. And of course, when someone came to visit, she quickly put the pipe in her pocket. And it was well known that she didn't have any aprons without a burnt hole in her apron pocket. And then I think we will go to one of the youngest of the family, which is my little brother Joe. Now, Joe was a pretty good kid, but sometimes he did mischievous things. And the day that I walked out of school and to pick him up to meet with him and walk home, I couldn't find him. And pretty soon someone told me, well, he's around the side of the building. And when I went around the side of the building, there was Joe with a bucket of water and a rag washing the wall, because for some reason he decided to take chalk and go along the wall and just make a big long streak of chalk mark. I was so embarrassed. But we got over that. And then one of the best things about him was when we were kids, come home from school, you could all go outside and play until Mom called. Actually, my mom whistled for her. She was a great whistler. And when she whistled, you knew that you better be heading in to get washed up for dinner, and your dad was coming home. So this particular day, she whistled, and everybody started kind of gathering back up to the house, and pretty soon there was no Joe. Where's Joe? And so everybody was going to look for him. And here he comes walking down the street, and he's probably only 4 years old. Comes walking down the street with this little dog following him. He gets home, and my dad's there, and my mom's there, and where did this puppy come from? Where did this dog come from? I don't know. He just followed me home. And that was the story he stuck to, and we know nothing else except the fact that we kept that dog for over 12 years, and he went everywhere we went. When we moved across the country, he moved with us. And
What was his name?
the dog's name was Trix, and he was an adorable little dog. He looked just like a big collie dog. And some people said he was a toy collie, and other people said he was a New Zealand collie. And to this day, nobody knows how he began to follow Joe home, but he followed him home and stayed with us for a long time. Oh, I lost my train of thought. You better pause.
Yes.
Joe and I spent a lot of time together playing because we were the two youngest ones. And he was just as much at home playing dolls with me, paper dolls. And we would play store. We would save empty cans and empty boxes, and we'd go out on the front porch, big wide front porch, and put our little store together. And then we would take pretend money and go shopping at the store. First it would be one person would be the storekeeper, then the other one was the storekeeper. And so it's not surprising for a young little child like that who liked to play dolls would end up with 6 beautiful daughters. 5. 5 beautiful daughters, okay, that's it. And was such a great dad. Okay, 5 minutes up.
Okay.
He had 5 beautiful daughters and one great son. And of course, Walt was the pet of the family because all those girls loved him, and he was so steady, and and even today, he's a great dad and grandfather. Okay. There was only one dog. We had Trix. From the time I was about 6 until I was 18 maybe. And he was gone. And then, of course, my parents had another dog. But that's the only dog we had all those years. Oh, I know one thing I was going to tell about the dog. The dog was so loyal to the family. And we used to go hunting and fishing and camping a lot. It was wonderful, great childhood. And we went to this one particular place where we drove down a very steep dirt road to get down to the bottom of the hill at the edge of the lake. So we went, spent the weekend camping and whatnot, loaded up the car, got back up to the top of the hill, and the dog wasn't with us. So Dad turned around, went back down, and the dog was just sitting there waiting because he knew we'd be back for him. He was a great little dog.
Did he try to go to school with you?
No. No, he was happy, you know.
Okay, start again.
As for Matilda, Mahala, Aunt Mahala, she was married to my dad's older brother, Charles. They had a lumber mill back in the hills, and they also had a still, which makes me think that it's very possible when she was smoking that pipe, she might also be sipping a little whiskey.
Well, we all want to meet Aunt Mahala.